Paul Bloom's position on empathy has not received any pushback from you. Why? I would have thought you might have had some probing questions at least. While all his reasoning and examples make perfect sense, his overall conclusion appears to go too far. The Darwinian empathy algorithm is clearly flawed, as are many Darwinian algorithms. However, why can't we use reason to combat these flaws? Why can't we develop, quote, rational empathy? Dumping empathy for compassion feels like a leap too far. Well, I think compassion is just this rational empathy, and I think Paul thinks that too. And I don't think Paul is against empathy across the board. We want the capacity for empathy, if for no other reason. It's fun, right? It's what makes watching a movie a satisfying experience. It's what allows for a vicarious experience of fictional characters. You wouldn't feel anything watching a movie or reading a book if you couldn't feel empathy. So you want to be able to access this state for that reason alone, but you also want it in your social relationships. You just don't want to be deluded by it. So I never take Paul as saying that we don't want any empathy at all. And what I think he means by compassion is having an appropriate level of empathy truly guided by a rational understanding of the consequences of actions in the world. You want to be aware of where the greatest harms are being committed, and you want to be able to prioritize mitigating that suffering. So I basically agree with him. That's why I haven't pushed back harder than I have. I may be misunderstanding him, but having had him on the podcast 3 times, I think I have a pretty good sense of how he thinks about these things.